You got to be careful to be saddling up with some of these people, guys, because that title is diabolical. I mean, in life, you gotta have a plan. You gotta look at things not just in the next few days, next few weeks, but in the next few years. Like, where do you want to be in life? And so, when it comes to these people, be careful. Be careful. Side note, spoiler warning, be careful. I think this guy is known to be a bit of like curse a little bit, so just to kind of inform you guys on that, I've seen a few clips of him, and I just want to make sure you guys are aware of that.
Can you name one man that paid all your bills that didn't cheat?
Yes.
Why the fuck you ain't marry him?
Because I was...
This woman.
That's a good question. Not to pause it too often, but that's a good question. When you find somebody who doesn't show flaws that could break this dynamic, why don't you go along with that person?
Found Barack Martin Luther King Jr. II.
Speaking of which, has anybody like that reminds me? I heard some very troubling things about him, so that's actually ironic he brings him up. But all right.
A black man that could pay all her bills and didn't have community dick, and you ain't married that nigga immediately. I'm sorry, ma'am. You found a unicorn in the garden and you didn't catch it. It's a bitch with that nigga right now, happy as fuck. That ugly money.
He just wanted to get married. I didn't want to get married. I was 20. I was young.
How old was he?
I ain't touched the streets yet.
How old was he?
So you wanted?
I didn't want to be married.
Even as a joke, that's diabolical. Like, I didn't touch the streets yet. Crazy.
I didn't want to be married at 23. I just
How old was he?
With my master's degree, I wanted to.
You know when the best time for a woman to get married is?
Why?
25.
I don't give a fuck. That's not my goal. It wasn't my goal. That wasn't
Marriage is not a goal? Don't worry about it. Oh, what is the goal? I want to go outside. I haven't hit the streets yet. I want to be a 304 for at least 7 or 8 summers.
I mean, I swear that like the controversial and infamous leaders of feminism are rolling in their graves. You know, it was all about resources and, you know, having a viable way of building your own life, you know, just in case. And now in these days, I just want to have fun and be out in the streets. That is crazy and diabolical.
Oh, I want to get flued out and cracked on balconies by various people that don't give a fuck about me. Oh, I want to go to the clinic at least 3 or 4 times in my lifetime. Not meaning you, I'm talking about people that think like that. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's goals, right? Hanging out the window with your ratchet ass friend. I want to at least sell some pussy 1 time in my lifetime. I want to at least have 1 transactional relationship. Ma'am, that is not goals. You know what's goals? Having a 2-parent household. Having a loving father and a loving mother and a loving child.
That is a roadmap to a very not a perfect life, but certainly a better life than doing things alone, and less and I guess more stable than the less stable going out there and having fun.
Having a husband and a wife, generational wealth, cracking the same person repeatedly for years and years to come, and growing old and rocking in a rocking chair, and that person wiping your ass when you get old. That's gold.
He brings up a good point because like it's all fun until life start hitting. I'm talking like a lot of these people out there are only as good as the next injury. Right? Like, I mean, you know what the health system's like when it comes to fees and resources. So doing things alone and then not having a goal, that's crazy.
Having so much fucking money saved up because you work together to goddamn create generational wealth. You leave your kids with motherfucking M's instead of a goddamn bill. That's gold.
Who said it wasn't?
You.
The ironic thing is that's literally what she said, you know, and it's funny because what she's basically trying to voice is that's not all. Like, she knows obviously that, you know, life is not all just about having fun, but the fact that you even want to sort of make that tricky for yourself, you know, no pun intended, by going out there and essentially just be like wanting to quote unquote touch the streets, whatever that implies or whatever you meant by that. Basically have some fun to set just sets that up for failure.
You just said it wasn't gold. Ugly money.
Because y'all don't let people talk and then y'all take over.
Is marriage a goal now?
No. Oh.
He got you there. That's diabolical.
By the power invested in me by Kevin Samuels himself. You can't make this shit up. Ugly money. At this point, I'm starting to think.
And so that's the clip. I just found that interaction hilarious. Sorry for all the curse words in that one. I really do want to apologize on his behalf because this is my spot. I'm putting it on my channel. But again, like perfect example of the point. If you don't have a plan, and if you don't desire to plan, you're in just diabolic. You're not setting your life up, your material life, to be good, let alone your spiritual life. You see, in Proverbs chapter 19, verse 2, it says this: desire without knowledge is not good, and whoever makes haste with his feet misses his way. You see, this thing called delayed gratification. You want to have fun? Well, let's put responsibility before that and get after responsibility before going to have fun. Because I'll make it clear, going to the streets, that's not the type of fun you should be having, ladies. But nevertheless, if you want to have that time, to celebrate, or just to go vacations and do godly things on those vacations, then I think that you definitely should not play around now or earlier on in your life. If anything, Jesus made it very clear when it comes to committing yourself to greatness or just moving forward, like with salvation. You have to have a mind that doesn't deviate, won't compromise based on friends and family and whatnot. Like this is the perspective he has in Luke chapter 14, and obviously it's attributing it to obviously serving him and worshiping him, but it's definitely something important in discipline and conviction to see out a certain outcome. You want generational wealth, you want that marriage, you want the happy family, you want a good rest of your life. Well, listen to Jesus and what he says in chapter 14 verses 26 through 28 of Luke. If anyone comes after me and does not hate his own father, mother, wife, and children, brothers, sisters, yes, and even his own life, he cannot be my disciple. Whoever does not bear his own cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. For which of you, desiring to build a tower, does not first sit down and count the cost, whether he has enough to complete it? Complete it, my bad. And that's the perspective. You need to be able to separate yourself and have a clear, direct focus. Now, is Jesus obviously trying to say, oh, break up your family, like separate yourself? No, he's making it clear that certain things shouldn't factor your most pure thinking, the thing you want most. And obviously the implication, most importantly, is that Jesus is that most important thing you want most, and so serve him even at the cost if these people want to do things against the Lord Jesus Christ. But this can also apply to basic pleasure responses, right? You want to have fun like the people on TikTok and Instagram. Well, be careful what type of fun you're looking for, first of all, and second of all, see the future based on the present. These people are having fun now, but they won't be having fun when they're having a midlife crisis, I'll tell you that much. In 1 Corinthians chapter 14 verse 40, Paul says this: but all things should be done decently and in order. That's the type of mentality you need to have to life. The church has this mentality, right? It sets itself up a certain way and it lives according to that way above all other things. This is the most and first top priority. And that's why Christianity has survived for so long, despite many dissensions, right? Many people disagreeing. That's why there is still a collective in many different places. Why? Because things are done decently, meaning effective and honestly, and in order, meaning we have responsibility and we take care of that. And so, I think Proverbs 29 verse 18 sets up what I'm trying to say for this video. Guys, Solomon, the wisest man on the earth during his time, pre-Jesus Christ, said this: where there is no prophetic vision, the people, or like where there is no prophetic vision, the people cast off restraint, but blessed is he who keeps the law. It's very clear that what he's trying to say is, where there is no direction, the people will just indulge in everything. But the one who is truly blessed, who will have an enduring life, is the one that keeps himself diligently to stay within the commandments. And that is the point. Oh wait, I actually had one more video. I thought that was it. Never mind. Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. Cause I know exactly why I put this verse here. Like, it's very clear that on top of what I said, God said this about people, and this is also Jesus speaking. He says, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because you have rejected knowledge, I reject you from being a priest to me. And since you have forgotten the law of your God, I will also forget your children. There's a very clear directive that God is taking you seriously as you take him. And if you don't take him seriously, well then naturally don't wonder why didn't God do this? Why couldn't God do that? It's because you weren't concerned about him in the first place. And naturally, if you're not concerned, well, why do you blame him for not being concerned? And so like that's all I wanted to say. Very tragic situation, very tragic clip. It's funny in the moment, but it's tragic when you think that's how many young people and old people nowadays. I mean, well, you got aunties dressed up in whatever you call that clothing. And sometimes I saw a comedy sketch of somebody doing in little cartoon animations, grandma going out to the club, and all I'm thinking is that's sad and probably a reality for many different people. Tragic. Either way, don't be like that woman. Have direction in life, and obviously set your life on the things of Christ, because above all, the Bible rewards us with this truth: if you set your eyes on the kingdom, everything else will be added to you. But the verse on screen. And so, with that being said, appreciate you for watching this video, and see you guys in the next one. Take care.